There's something I've always loved, but can never understand.
34 chickens, okay?
Food. Cooking food has always been confusing to me, but I never said I wasn't good at it. In fact, I'm the best at cooking when it comes to making noodles. Ramen noodles isn't something you can eat 3 times a day for 365 days. And me, well, I've already eaten it 3 times a day for 5 years as a kid. I think it's time I started cooking real food, before my heart explodes. We don't want a heart explosion. The best choice to make is meal prep.
To meal prep on a budget.
Meal prepping is when you cook a big amount of food to last X amount of days. Since I spend most of my life at work or at home working, I wanted to make 3 meals to last through my shift. Oh, and a few requirements. These are non-negotiables for the meals. Number 1, it has to be cheap. Number 2, it has to be healthy. And number 3, I want it to be rich in protein. And of course, it has to be tasty. Before meal prepping, I was spending $7.32 a day trying to maintain a bulk, which by the way, I ended up losing weight in the process. Before the bulk, I was eating a couple noodles a day. Yup. I was way below my calorie goal. But this year, I made the decision to change my life for good. This involves eating more, uploading more, making longer videos. I decided to work 2 times harder without asking if I can even do it. Oh, and this is my 10th upload on YouTube. And for my 10th upload anniversary, it's only right that I make this story 10 times long and 10 times better. So grab popcorn because you're watching my best video yet. The video begins like all my other videos, in my bedroom. Why here? Because like everyone else, I had to watch a meal prep video. Welcome back to Bob's Cooking. Whatever's cooking is good looking. Okay guys, like I said earlier, we want to put the chicken in the pot. But it wasn't really doing much for me, so I did a little Scrabble and went back to my desk. From here, I will look into the drawing board. Here we can write out a checklist and check things out as we go. Anyway, before we start cooking, I need to know what I'm cooking. This is the internet. If I go inside it, I can look up all sorts of foods. From grapes to shakes, from potatoes to tomatoes to avocados. Did you know avocados are super healthy for you? Eating 1 avocado a day is good for your heart, blood pressure, pregnancy, magnesium, and more. So much more. Who knew this little fruit can do so much for you? But this is where the most part of meal prepping comes in. Budgeting. Budgeting is the sole reason why I wanted to start meal prepping. I need to make sure that where I shop for food, I'm getting the best deal. But we will save that for later because there's something I need to explain first. I know I said I don't know how to meal prep, but I do know how to cook already. Right now, I know how to cook rice with beans and eggs or chuleta, or how we say it at home, arroz con habichuela y huevos or chuleta. This is actually something I've been cooking since I was a young kid. Being Puerto Rican, I have a high expectations of the food I will eat. Remember when I said the food has to be tasty? Well, that's where my origins come into play. Here. On Puerto Rico.
Puerto Rico enfrenta un
Puerto Rico.
Call Puerto Rico a floating island of garbage.
I don't know if you guys know this, but there's literally a floating island of garbage in the middle of the ocean right now. Yeah, I think it's called Puerto Rico.
A floating piece of garbage. I don't know, but my family were born on the island, and with that comes culture. And me, I was born in Florida. Probably why I struggle a bit with Spanish. Estoy aquí en Puerto Rico. But that doesn't change my culture. With one Google search, you can see the artwork, our slang. Ay bendito. But my personal favorite, the food. Growing up, I ate a lot of yummy food, but my favorite was yellow rice with chuletas. Something about it just tastes amazing. I can eat it every day. Then it hit me. Can I meal prep this? So I got dressed, grabbed my keys, and drove to Walmart while eating my lunch meat and listening to KSI's new song and the Talk to Her podcast. When I made it to Walmart, I remembered what Texas Legend from Reddit said about buying meat at Walmart. He says, hell no. To the no. But still, I ended up buying it. However, I do love Walmart, so I did more shopping and grabbed all the other ingredients like fruits and veggies for my prep. Next up was Aldi's, but I forgot to record it, so it went something like this. Anyway, now we can check shopping out the list and start cooking. The key component to our meals is rice. Not only is it cheap, but it's rich in nutrients and can be paired with many other foods. I like to cook rice with measuring cups, so I will only be using 4 cups of rice and 5 cups of water. Next up, chuleta. But there was one problem. Or actually 2. Problem 1, the meat was still frozen. Problem 2, I had somewhere to be in 30 more minutes. The best choice was to wait till I finished the appointment. I went to donate plasma for the first time. Save a life and get paid. Okay, now it's time to start cooking the chuletas. I'm not a chef, so we'll be using adobo and sazon. The first meal will be rice and chuletas. This will be the bulk of the calories and protein. It may not look like much, but remember, the food is for my lunch breaks at work. Next is a banana and avocado sandwich, but I saw this in the avocado and wasn't sure if it was safe to eat. So I took a picture, sent it to my mom, mom and asks if it was okay. But the sandwich also has tomatoes, turkey ham, and spinach. For the third plate, it's actually ramen noodles. Ramen isn't something you should eat often, but it's cheap, it has calories, and I think once a day can still keep the doctor away. On second thought, I did some research and truly understand it's not healthy for you, like at all. You shouldn't be eating this more than once a day. So I decided to add another sandwich instead. And despite the amount of extra food I eat, I usually end up losing weight. So hopefully the meal preps come in handy. And finally, it arrived. The place where I'll be storing all the food. The food containers. In the box arrived a pack of 15 containers. I brought the prep to work 5 times a week. Each day was worth about $2 altogether. So going from $7.30 to $10 a week, that's not bad at all. We're saving money and we're eating healthier, but something could be better. I had this feeling that I couldn't let go. I wanted to find out if I can have a cheaper meal, but this requires critical thinking. And the best way I like to think starts with a distraction. Luckily, this new mattress is my distraction. My old mattress had a dent in the middle and it was causing me back pain. And I've always tried to save money and not upgrade, but it was time for a change. I just wish I knew how hard it would be to put the bed back inside. This is not easy. Do you see how hard I'm trying? This bed is thicker than the old one and left me with no headroom. Let's just hope YouTube pays off so I can make it out the hood. Nah, I'm just playing. But all in all, I slept great. Was it a $1,000 mattress? Nope, but it got the job done. And after one good night of rest, I was ready to start shopping again for food. Now this time I'm just trying to replace one meat with another. Since meat is tricky to buy online, it'd be easier to find it in person. But that new mattress was so good, I slept for 16 hours, woke up at 10:47, Walmart closes at 11. So I quickly put my shoes on, brushed my teeth, and drove back to Walmart. Except this time, I came back with a trick up my sleeve. I started noticing on specific times or days, the meat price would drop like crazy. This is called MMD, short for meat markdowns. The thing is, even though meat can last for months in the freezer, these companies will still drop the price on food that's expiring that day. With that knowledge, I found this ground beef on MMD and decided to cook it. It was also my first time cooking ground beef, so sorry if I cooked it wrong. For this prep, I'm still using rice, but with ground beef instead. I was able to make 4 meals. There's only 3 because I ate the 4th one. It was now the moment we've been waiting for. It's time to bring the prep to work. The good thing is, the meal altogether is worth $2.26, and I gotta say, rice and ground beef did not disappoint. And the food also made me feel full. The meal with the chuletas cost 7 cents more than the meals with ground beef, if we go by the fact that I get 4 plates with ground beef instead of 3 plates with the chuletas. Alright, and look, I know that I'm not gonna be eating this every day, but I guess there's one last question to answer. Are you able to eat this every day?